Disclaimer: any commercials shown here tonight are owned from their respected company. All rights reserved to them. Thank you.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
In the outside contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back, everyone, to this iRacing event here on the Broadcasting Network. Tonight is the ECR Cup Series Atlanta 350, 228 laps with the track temperature being 78 degrees and an 82% humidity. Really sticky. These guys say it's really tight all the way around. They are currently qualifying, and in the booth with me tonight we have a special guest, the number 19 in the league, Nick Gillis. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me. Disappointed not to be on track, but hopefully that will be all fixed soon when we get the new computer. But nonetheless, I'm here in the booth, and I'm looking forward to a great race here tonight at one of my favorite tracks to come to.
I'm pretty excited to be here as well. First ECR broadcast of the season. A lot of new people, a lot of rookies in the series. Also, a lot of new admins that are represented by a double asterisk by their name. If you guys see that on the ticker, that is what that means. The rookies are represented by a rights-owned R with a circle around it, or in this it's showing a R with the parentheses. So what are your expectations here tonight, Nick?
Well, tonight's going to be an interesting one because obviously we saw we saw an amazing finish at the Daytona 500 a week ago on MaxV TV. As I'd like to thank them for the broadcast that they did of that race. They did a fantastic job. But we are on to Atlanta, and I think once again we could be looking at a finish. I hope back to the days of 2001, 2000, that era, where they kind of went back to back of just literally, I think, what was it? Fractions of a second. They were noses in front of each other in 2 straight races here. And I think it's very possible that we could see it again. I know in practice that a lot of drivers were trying to get that high line moving, trying to get that Kyle Larson line going. I know a few guys that are going to try the way of what Kevin Harvick did this past Sunday in real life. So it'll be fun to see how everything plays out. One driver I'm going to look out for is Ed Adams. He certainly knows how to strategize, and I think he'll get that NOS 46 Toyota to the front.
I think you're right. Ed is definitely one of our strong drivers here in the league. We have, in this Cup Series itself, we have a lot of strong drivers, but with his equipment, it definitely does help. Right now, we are taking a look at number 17 at Jimmy Cooper, who's currently in 25th. He is half a second off of your current leader for this qualifying, which is Dalton Tucker. And he is only 3/100ths of a second ahead of second place right now, and that is Bruce Ackerman.
Absolutely, and if you look a little bit further down, Justin Bland, a couple thousandths or 10,000ths, whatever. I don't do decimals well.
Thousand.
Is it thousandths? Okay, I don't do decimals well. All right.
Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, all good.
Yep. He's 2,000ths off of Bruce Ackerman's time there.
And I think with all the different setups that we're going to see here tonight, we're going to see, as you see the top 10 right now, Mitchell Riggs in that 09 is only 0.2 of a second off from Dalton's time. So as long as these guys can run their setups right to the max, I think we're going to see a lot of long run setups. It's a long race, 228 laps. And we just hope for the best. These guys are not used to doing the long races. Last year it was not that way. Last year we had it cut quite a bit and bring it back. No, it's fixed setups. My apologies. That's why the times are so good. Only open setups on no balls.
Yeah, only the noble events, which is the Daytona 500, the Coke 600, the Brickyard 400, the Southern 500, and the what used to be known as the EA Sports 500.
Yeah, that's gonna mess with me this year. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah. And also, I believe the road courses.
Yes, the road courses are open. Now, I'm showing 34 drivers with Cody Vaughn, the number 61, being the 34th person. Is that still true?
As far as I know, that is true, and we will see how many cars actually take the grid. But nonetheless, I think this is going to be an interesting event tonight, and there's certainly a lot of cars. I'm very disappointed that the number 19 is not going to be out there. We were going to have a sub. Because honestly, I would have been laughing so hard all broadcast long at the KY Intense car.
Yeah, I wish Mr. Daniel Reese would have kept his paint as well.
Oh yes, sometimes it's better when we have to put up the warning explicit content.
Right. And I will warn you guys that are watching out there. We have 5 people watching right now. Definitely appreciate that. That some of these paints may not load correctly. I've restarted trading paint several times. I deleted almost 3,000 paint files. So I guess we hope for the best that trading paints pulls through.
And I can attest to this issue that Trading Paints has been giving an issue, at least for me as well today. I struggled for about 30 minutes to try to get the paints to load so that I could figure out who's driving what car and be a little bit more of a help.
I know with our Tuesday night broadcaster, our other Cup Series broadcaster for Max Speed TV, he was having issues as well. So it's not me. It's just with the third-party program, things are likely sometimes not going to work.
Kind of like mods with spin tires.
Or IRTVO.
I was referencing a Ford Ranger, but you know.
Yeah, yep. Not even gonna go. If you want to check out what Mr. Guileless is talking about, check out the video I posted yesterday here on the Ad Broadcast Network. The four truckers of the apocalypse, hashtag Save the Ranger. You will see why the hashtag is in place.
We are hoping that that will become more of a weekly episodic thing, and certainly we hope to enjoy it. I hope everybody will enjoy watching it as much as they enjoy watching these broadcasts, because this is a lot of fun to do. I know that. I think everything we do really is just fun. We're just out here having fun, and I think that's the key.
Out here having fun, watching these guys race their asses off. I mean, and with the fixed setups for 90% of the season, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. I mean, a lot of these guys strive on open setups, and we saw that last week at Daytona. I mean, but some of these guys in here I know do a lot better on fixed setups, because for one, they don't know how to do a setup like myself, and it feels better depending on the weather situation. But we are now gridding, and Dalton Tucker is going to lead off this pack here tonight at Atlanta. 228 laps. I know we got 9 people out there watching the audience. Chat is always open. Feel free to ask for any shout-outs, or ask us any questions about the league. Check us out at ecrleague.com. We're here all season. I will be doing this every other Wednesday, as Tuesdays is being broadcasted by someone else, Max Speed TV. Unless we...
And I will try to have the chat open as well, so if we get any information in, or any bits of information or questions or anything that you don't catch, I'll be able to catch it for you.
Great, yeah, because sometimes I got all 3 monitors open, so I'm just trying to go back and forth between the 3.
I know, I'm just working with the one, but you know, phone.
Hey,
Glorious
it
phone.
worked.
It works. When you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure it works. That's how this goes.
Yes. And if
you want to give a rundown of the lineup?
Let me see if it's even it's not correct on IRTVO, so that's the other thing.
So you want me to give the rundown of the lineup? I got it. All right, starting off from the pole position, we have Dalton Tucker. Running out of the outside pole, Bruce Ackerman. Justin Bland brings the number 65 Chevrolet to the 3rd place. Thomas Lattimore is the 1st place Ford in 4th. Josh Mayu is 5th. Rob Haynes 6th. John Cottle is 7th. Jonathan Boger is 8th. Scott Hunsinger is 9th. Brad Bohr is in 10th. Mitchell Riggs 11th. Doug Hess is the first Toyota in line. He's starting from 12th. Terry Griffey's in 13th. Eric Norton 14th. Cody Provost 15th. Rob Burns 16th. Jim Westerfield 17th. Ben Olson is 18th. Chuck Harrell 19th. Anthony Titchener rounds out the top 20 at 20th. Ed Adams takes over 21st. Ken Worley's 22nd. Joey Stats will roll off 23rd. Jordan Mackey 24th. Matthew George 25th. Jimmy Cooper 26th. George Munger 27th. David Bordney 28th. Jason O'Connor 29th. Cody Vaughn is 30th. Frank Russell 31st. Derek Carpy 32nd. Daniel Reese 33rd. And Jonathan Whalen is 34th. I'm not sure if everybody gridded, so I'm going to take a quick look at that and see.
According to the ticker, it's looking that way.
I am seeing every single car in the field as gridded. That is 34 cars on track, ladies and gentlemen. Six short of a real full NASCAR field.
Which is great. It's nice to have these full fields again.
Oh, it absolutely is. It certainly makes for a wonderful time. And, you know, that second row, there's a little bit of history to it. But either way, I believe the green flag is dropping.
And
in Atlanta.
We are live for 228 laps here on the Broadcasting Network, ECR Cup Series Atlanta 350. Let's hope you guys enjoy it here at home. We're going to be enjoying it here in the booth. Get this race going.
It's looking mighty feisty up here at the front, and I'm liking it already. We got a battle for the lead. The outside line is going to take the spot. That is what I'm talking about. Seeing the outside line already moving. Maybe the outside line is the way to go. Kyle Larson it, not Kevin Harvick.
And Bruce Ackerman is your new leader. And I do apologize for any frame rate issues that will be occurring here tonight at Atlanta. Atlanta is not optimized for broadcasting or spectating, even with my graphics turned down just a hair.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like that's iRacing deal. I feel like there are times where they do not optimize to their full potential. It's almost disheartening because they have so much potential with it, and it's just not optimized for every computer really, and you have to almost have this mega computer just to be able to run it at full capacity every single time out.
Atlanta seems to be the only one I've actually had issues with spectating mode. And as you guys see on my end, all the cars seem to be shaking when they're coming off 3 and 4.
And I don't know if that's actually an issue with it, or if the fact that they're just loose off of 3 and 4 because of the way that this track is.
No, they're all shaking.
Okay.
Like, they're all literally, like, doing the jitterbug as they're coming around the corners. It's kind of neat, and I also know that trading paints does play a role in that as well, trying to keep the paint files up to date.
I'll tell you what, though, this is an epic battle for the lead between Bruce Ackerman and Dalton Tucker up here. But what it's doing is it is allowing Thomas Lattimore to just inch closer in his Ford. And pretty soon he's going to be right there, and I would not put it past him to try to make a move.
I think he's just waiting for these guys to wear down their tires a bit. I mean, with the humidity, though, it's a very tight track, so the tire wear, I'm probably guessing around 29, 30 laps, their tires are going to be pretty shot.
Absolutely, and you're going to probably see people that can Kevin Harvick it will be able to go a little bit further than those that are Kyle Larsoning it. And I say that simply because, and it's really reverse of the way that you would think it would be, but the way that Kevin Harvick ran the race this past weekend allowed for him to save his tires more so than running that high line or really just running the car hard, just because of the way he was able to conserve the car. And I know for a fact that there's a handful of drivers that are trying that method. You will see how it works out for them as they are trying to conserve their tires. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, Ed Adams is attempting that. As for those who don't know, we call him Brad Keselowski. If we get a chance, maybe we can interview him and everybody will find out why we call him Brad Keselowski.
No, Ed's a good guy. He's on the outside of George Munger right now. Definitely just holding back. These guys in the backpack here waiting for it. You know, it's a long race. You know, you got 220 laps to go. You're not going to try anything stupid. At least I would hope not. And racing with these guys between all 3 series, I definitely know that a lot of these guys wait it out. Oh, the 21 down in the grass there for just a minute. But these guys wait it out. You know, they see what's coming. They know it's a long race, and they don't try to push the issue too much.
No, and there's really no reason to. Like you said, it's a long race. I know I get a little pissy with a few of them. other times when I've been out there, Daytona and whatnot, and we're getting racy at like lap 10, and it's just like, why? So I personally don't understand the concept of trying to win the race this early, because you're not going to.
Right. I don't know if anyone's I know we got several people watching on the stream. Is it glitchy at all on the stream?
From what I can see, it's glitching a little, and I know that we had the same issue last week with max speed, but it is certainly holding better than it was last week. And I don't think that was a issue that was had from max speed. I think there was a communication issue with YouTube or something.
It's gotta be because on OBS.
Yeah.
On OBS, I haven't lost any frames. It's holding at 60 frames per second with 34% CPU usage. It's crystal clear on my OBS.
Right. So I think it's something to do with iRacing, and it's not coming through properly, but or not iRacing, but YouTube. But either way, it is certainly better than last week. I know last week was very hard to watch from what I saw, and it's no fault of max speeds. Like I said, it was most likely YouTube, as they were not the only people affected by it. It was seen by the Road to Pro, or the Pro Series, whoever was doing that broadcast, they were having the issue as well. It kind of just, whoever was live streaming last week wasn't going well. They weren't having the connection. Nothing was really going the way that it needed to be. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully when it's done encoding, when I'm done broadcasting fully, it will come back, because as I said, on my end, it looks fine. Nothing skipped, except these guys kind of doing, the twitchies around the track a little bit. But that's, I don't know. I honestly think that YouTube's kind of holding back a little bit for those that have the power to broadcast at a higher quality.
We are 3 wide. I just want to point that out. We were 3 wide through 1 and 2. The 30, 47, and 9 were all 3 wide, and it was insane to see for their there for a second. So
let's go back
I
and
just
watch
happened
that.
to be, I just happened to be on them at the moment, because I was going to make note of Coddle's paint scheme choices. As we had a running joke this week in all the chat for ECR of who everybody seemed like they were, and Coddle was listed as Ward Burton. So Coddle was going to play on that this week and decided he was going to run a Caterpillar paint scheme. Well, he showed up and he's like, I got my Ward Burton scheme. He showed up in a Dave Blaney Caterpillar scheme. And if you watch him now, apparently he thought he changed it to a better Ward Burton paint scheme, is what my assumption is that he thought. For those who know, there's a Ryan Newman paint scheme. So, good job, Coddle.
We got Rob Haynes in the pits right now, pretty banged up. I'm going back to watch to see what exactly happened. Oh, he got smacked into the wall, black screened, and death.
All right, just the way you like it.
Well, that's the only reason I could. It didn't actually show the crash on my end. It just, he slid up into the wall, black screen, in the pit, dead.
That would be because received throughput fell to unacceptable level. He has crashed out.
Ah. Well,
don't you just hate when that happens?
Well, I mean, it's lap 17. Hopefully he can get back in.
Yeah, but the car is wrecked.
Yeah, but even with a half hour of repair, he'll still be able to make up some laps and not pay the DNF penalty.
Right, that is the key. He does not want to pay the DNF penalty, since ECR uses digital funds, not real funds, but digital fake funds, however you want to call it. So, as long as his team owner doesn't have to pay a DNF fee, he'll probably be happy. I don't know, he might even be his team owner. I do not know who the team owners are, except for Joey Stats owns the team that I drive for, and Anthony Fitchner owns HMuff. So that's about it for me on knowing what team's which.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I want to say Justin owns his own team. Justin Bland.
Yeah, JBR Racing.
Yeah. He ran JBR Racing last season, and they are the defending drivers champion. HMuff, of course, is the defending owners champion.
Yes. And HMuff won last week. Justin Michael was a sub.
Yes, he was, and he put that car into victory lane. I know the pit stop racing boys did very well. That will be Joey's team, and that is the Toyotas that I drive for. Once I actually, I'm able to drive again.
Right.
Besides the point.
We got Douglas Hess pitting right now on lap 20.
That very well could be a strategy call. I know Doug has been known in other series and other leagues and other places that I've seen him around. He will make a strategy call to try to get in early and get fresh tires and see how it works for him. So we'll see how that works out, because obviously it is very early and he's going to go a lap down. But honestly, when you're running like 15th or whatever he was, it's kind of worth the risk.
Yeah, he'll be able to make that back up. I mean, as long as these guys stay green. Short pitting.
Absolutely. Short pitting is an amazing thing. I personally love to short pit. It's one of my favorite things to do, because you get that chance to lead a lap. And that leading a lap can be all important down the road.
And the tire fall off isn't as bad as it normally would be here because of our current weather. But, 20 laps on the tires here, even with the weather, is still pushing it a little bit. 30 laps, I mean, you're skating on ice, and you'll start to see these guys slow down. I mean, we're taking a look at Dalton Tucker right now. His fastest lap was a 29.315. He's lost 2 seconds in 22 laps.
Bingo. Now have Doug Hess come out running the 29-second lap times while these guys are all doing what they're doing, and he is going to gain some ground. So I would not be surprised to see a few more guys starting to pit very soon, now that he might be forcing the hand, although one car may not be enough. I think if we get 3 or 4 that start to pit, you might see a whole bunch of cars just start filing in.
Yeah, Doug just ran his fastest lap, the 29.7. So, strategy. I mean, it's, if it goes green, it should pay off. I mean, honestly, a fuel run here is like 32, 33 a lap.
I believe fuel will last longer than tires will.
Yeah, but you don't want to chance it. I mean, I suppose if you're, driving it like Miss Daisy, then yeah, you could do that. But if you're driving it like Miss Daisy, you're going to be in the back in 34th position.
You are not wrong, but also, everyone would probably say that the way Kevin Harvick was driving this past weekend was driving like Miss Daisy, and you saw how that worked out.
Yep. And that was bold move.
It certainly worked.
Got a pass on the inside right now between the O2 of Mayu, or trying to pass on the inside of Mayu and Cottle. Both admins here this year for ECR, as you see by the double asterisk by their name.
And Cottle is going backwards. He started in 7th, he's back to 12th. He's slowly been going backwards, and I don't know if he's trying to save his tires, which would be a completely new thing for John Cottle, or if he's eating through his tires, which would be completely normal for Cottle.
We got a new leader, by the way, of Derek Norton. Yeah, 47, a rookie this year, running the Home Depot vehicle, and he's got quite a little bit of a gap between him and Dalton now.
Absolutely, and
he started 14.
We had that's a good drive by him. I got to give a lot of credit to that. He started 14th. He is up to 1st. Could we be looking at Martin Truex Jr.?
We just might be. And actually, you know what? We're on lap 28. Let's go to the cockpit view and turn it up. We are back. Just a quick lap around with Derek Norton and Dalton Tucker's trying to run that inside line. He might burn off his tires just a bit down on that low line. I mean, but he made up some ground there.
Absolutely, and we'll have to see how this all plays out for all of them, as Thomas Lattimore is not too far behind. Obviously, bringing that Ford contingent. We all know how the Fords did in real life this past weekend.
Yeah, I can't actually believe he's running Ford this year.
That's actually not surprising to me.
The unfinished business motor, Leadfoot Motorsports, 38.
Oh, Bruce just got Lucy off the backstretch, off of 2.
Lucy Brucey?
Lucy, yeah, Lucy Brucey, there you go. That thing was slideways. You could practically see the number as the camera was straight down the straightaway.
Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. Riding around in the let's go in the cockpit view and see that. Just to see how well he corrected it with the wheel.
I think he's on pit road.
Yeah, he had a little bit of damage on that right rear fender. Right.
He is in fact on pit. You know what? I think pit stops are starting. He's on pit road. I just saw the 68 leaving pit road. I think it's time. Yep,
they're starting to come down now.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag pit stops have begun. We're going to see how this all cycles through and who gets to the front, who gets where.
And we got the pit stop counter up just to show you guys how long they're actually taking. Ackerman took a 16-second. Bohr's in there right now. O'Connor pitted. Lattimore's in there.
I just want to point out, Anthony Thitchner is up to 5th after starting in 20th, and Jordan Mackey is 6th after starting 24th. Now, given this all could be because of pit stops and everything, but nonetheless, they are up near the front now, and you got to give them some credit for driving up there the way that they have.
Well, if Anthony can hold on to that through the pit stops, he might get a hard charger if he qualifies.
I believe everybody up to 27th qualified, I think.
Wow. Yeah, no, you're right, yeah, because the last...
28. 28 cars qualified.
That's still not bad.
Well, no, it's not. It really isn't.
I mean, compare...
Somebody has just received a black flag.
Uh-oh.
I did not hear who it was, but the black flag is being handed out by race control to a car.
Too many pit stalls?
Somebody. Too many pit stalls, I believe.
Max 3. I mean, if you're... I mean, 2... They're saying 2 max, but last year we had it 3. If you're running through more than 3... then again, it does depend on the track, like Phoenix and Richmond, where we were at Rockingham in the K&N cars. It definitely does contribute to, if your pit stop's on the corner and you can't see it, you're gonna end up running through a couple pit stalls.
Absolutely, but I mean, still, you gotta control. You gotta figure out where your stall is gonna be, and you gotta know what you're doing. So.
And our league president going down pit road right now. 71 of Daniel Reese is all smashed to hell in that discount tire car. I'm not sure what happened to him, and I think Anthony missed his stall. Yep.
Oh no, that's no good for him. I'll tell you right now, Derek Carpy was the first car lap down. Actually, it is Doug Hess. Doug Hess in the number 10 is the first car lap down, and I believe as it stands right now, if it recycles through once everybody makes their pit stops, he will be the leader. Although he does have, actually, no, I don't think that is a challenge. The 68 is not challenging him for position, I don't think.
Interesting. And we got Justin Bland up in the second, but Mitchell Briggs is in third. So Derek Norton still leading this after 13 laps. He has not gone in yet.
The key is obviously where the other leaders will cycle out. Obviously, Doug is on the oldest tires out of any of the people that are going to be up near the front, but it certainly helps out knowing that he's got a chance to get a decent position out of this cycle of pit stops.
Yeah, because we got several in the pits right now. We got Jim Westerfield. That was the 61 of Cody Vaughn in the pits, all doing 15-second pit stops. Dalton Tucker, Mayu. Sorry, my pit-in time ticker is going crazy because it's changing positions on me. Derek Carpy's now in the pits.
It does look like Jonathan Boger made it out in front of Doug Hess and will take over that top spot. And it does also now look like Thomas Lattimore is just going to come flying right on by, as Doug's tires are probably at the point where they're now starting to break and fall off, and everybody else is on that fresh rubber. But I still think this is going to help Doug, and if he can get a caution, oh man, is he in business.
And Cooper is now in the pits, and the only ones that have not pitted are the top 10 currently, which are Norton, Bland, Riggs, Cottle, Hunsinger, Griffey, Harrell, Worley, Adams, and Bordney. And Jonathan Whalen. The top 11.
They might be going the Denny Hamlin way here.
I'm still shocked that they haven't pit. I mean, it's been 41 laps, and these guys, they know these guys that are 12th and back are coming with fresh tires, so they might be trying to do a Fuhrer run.
And I think that's what they're going for is the fuel run. Thomas Lattimore has just unlapped himself, as has Jonathan Boger. They're now back both on the lead lap. Bruce Ackerman goes around as well.
I gotta say, Norton just got up into the wall in 1 and 2 from his tire wear.
So it's certainly going to be even more interesting now knowing all of that, as everybody's going to be rushing to get their lap back. Not just that, but to see who's going to come out the leader. That's what I want to know. Who's going to cycle through and be the leader? Will it be Jonathan Boger? Will it be Thomas Lattimore? If it's Jonathan Boger, how did he maintain or manage to get the lead? Because I do not believe that he was in the top 5 when they started pitting.
No, I think you're right on that.
I believe he was in the top 10, but I don't think he was in the top 5. And I'd very much like to know how he managed to do that. Did he only take 2 tires? Did he take less fuel? I mean,
who are we looking at?
Boger.
Boger, he took 4 in fuel.
All right. So either he had a hell of a pit stop, got in early enough that he was able to get enough ground on these guys, and that might be it. He might have pitted a couple laps earlier than these guys, and he was able to get ground on them before they came out. But I don't know, because either way, he's now the leader, and Thomas Lattimore is trying to chase him down.
Boger?
Well, leader to be.
Oh, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's my bad. Leader to be. He is the leader to be.
Okay, because I'm like, what camera are you watching? Because I'm still seeing Derek Norton in first up here.
Yeah, no, Derek Norton is still your leader. Jonathan Boger is the first car that has pitted.
Gotcha. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, folks, and we will be right back.
This is who I am.
welcome back. Just a quick commercial break brought to you by Budweiser.
And while we were on commercial, Justin Bland pitted from the second place position. That now moves John Cottle into second.
Oh my god. So, I am having some latency issues on my end.
Uh-oh.
Yes, because if you guys see the stream, or if you turn into the stream, half the cars are flipping, doing barrel rolls.
Yeah, that tends to be the latency issue, or the S-bar, as I like to know.
But my upload's fine.
Yes, but there are cars flipping.
This has turned into an interesting broadcast here on Wednesday.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spin Tires with Mods.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? Alright, I'm gonna turn off IRTVO real quick and see what's going on with this. My S is super red.
Oh, fun! Welcome to the party.
Oh, I can't even see my S bar and entries. Oh, it's back.
It's back to normal, or is it?
It's back to normal, and all the cars are beat up.
Give it about 5 seconds. It should fix all of them. Believe me, I know this.
Well, I have never seen that in my time as broadcasting here for the ECR League, that every car on the track was doing barrel rolls.
And now you know why I can't race.
Interesting. Yeah, so that's a first, and if you guys want to give a thumbs up for that, for the awesome barrel rolls by the entire field, that would be awesome. Not planned, but still cool.
And if you want to see more vehicles flipping, check out Spin Tires.
Right?
It happens
Okay.
a lot, and it's funny.
Alright, so more cars are flipping. I'm actually thinking that it could be IRTVO being the issue.
That would kind of suck.
Literally nothing else is on my internet right now.
For those of you that are currently racing right now, but are watching this after the fact, you now know why I can't race. The S-bar issue that Scotty is currently having is the exact issue that I have on a normal basis when I try to get on the track, and therefore causes exactly what you just saw.
You know, it's funny because it shouldn't be like that. I literally never have this happen. I can atone to that. You guys have watched all my other broadcasts. If you've watched all my other broadcasts throughout the year, you know that my S-bar is never even in the picture. My Q-bar is.
Yeah, and the Q and the L usually every now and then spike anyway, and normally that's just a part of racing online, but since it's kind of working right now, I'd like to point out the fact that we have gone 55 laps, and Garrett Norton, John Cottle, Scott Hunsinger, Chuck Harrow, Ken Worley, and Terry Griffey still have not pitted.
What?
Yeah. What they are doing, I don't know. Thomas Lattimore is currently 18 seconds behind, and he is in 7th. He is now the de facto go-to leader once everybody does pit, if they ever pit. This rate doesn't seem like it. They're just going to run all 200 laps in a single tank of gas because they're driving hybrids.
So
obviously this is not true, but I still have no clue how they're going this far.
yeah, because I didn't think a fuel run was that much. But
I'd be there we go.
Yep.
There goes Scott Hunsinger. He just suffered a horrible, horrible fate. Got loose off of 2 and smacked that wall.
And Derek Norton just flipped into pit on my screen.
It looks like Cottle was going to go for the pits, but he completely missed. And just like that, Chuck Harrell is going to assume the lead. And Thomas Lattimore, yeah, he's on Cottle's bumper, and he's going around Cottle. And Cottle's going to likely be 2 laps down. In fact, Chuck Harrell is not going to get to lead a lap because Thomas Lattimore has just taken the lead. And there you go. And by the time that these guys pit, everybody else is probably going to be pitting again. Cottle misses pit road. He ends up in the grass. That might be a black flag by iRacing.
All right, guys. I honestly don't know what's going on, but these guys are barrel rolling around the track. I literally have never seen this.
I have.
Let me check my output. I think it's YouTube, honestly.
I don't think YouTube would be causing that issue. I'm having issues with my S bar, and I'm currently set to only view 10 cars. And when I do that, I never have issues with my S bar. So I'm thinking it's not YouTube, it's iRacing.
Well, you remember the first lobby that we had did not work at all, and we have people falling out too.
Yeah, iRacing.
Rob Haynes fell out. Josh Mayu fell out.
It happened. All of this happened when they finally added the animated pit crews, because what happened was they had to redo the entire system that they were utilizing, pretty much, for the animations and everything, and it completely screwed over half a dozen computers that can no longer run iRacing, and half a dozen graphics cards. And that's, from what I know, is what's causing the S-Bar problems.
As I said, it's the first time I've seen it, and I've been racing for like the last 3 nights with no S-Bar issues. But then again, I haven't been in spectator mode either.
Spectator mode actually works better for me usually.
So, wow. So because of that, all my pit times have reset.
Fun.
Anthony, when you go back and watch this, I apologize, but I think it's iRacing more than me, because my upload's still great, my download's still saying 140 megabytes down, so yeah, you could blame the system, you could blame the game, not the player. Ha!
Well, to put it into these terms as well, on the most recent patch they did, one of the notes was fixed S-bar issues.
Well, they didn't.
Which, they didn't. I can attest to this. And, you know, but it kind of makes to a point that they realize that they have issues with it.
That's...
It's their fault.
That is awful.
Now, if they could only re-optimize it so that my computer, which is supposed to run iRacing on decent graphics, but now I can't even run it on basic graphics, which annoys the living hell out of me.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It doesn't help that this track is not optimized either. So you got S-bar issues, S-bar issues on top of an unoptimized track, on top of barrel rolling cars around the track. I hope you guys at home are being entertained. We had 8 people still watching, and as I said, I don't know. I really don't know.
Not to hate on iRacing. I mean, iRacing is
99% of the time.
it does.
Yeah, 99% of the time it runs great.
But you know, when you pay $100 a year,
You want shit to
you
work.
add in all of the cars that you pay for and all of the tracks that you pay for, you'd like it to work on your gaming computer.
That you've paid $1,400 for.
Right. Or that you've built, that specifically is made for gaming.
Well, I'm gonna keep IRTVO off, unfortunately, but I can still run through this just fine.
Absolutely, and it's a disappointment to not be able to see where everybody is, but if it means that the quality of the broadcast comes through better, I think that is the way to go.
Next week I might be looking into ATVO.
Yeah.
Because now my S-bar is not screwing up.
Yep.
Like, legit. My S-bar is leaning to the left a little bit, but still green.
Yeah, it is what it is. And I don't know how well this is going to play out, but you know, something that I'd like to point out is we've gone 68 laps, and we haven't had a caution yet.
You jinxed it.
I might have jinxed it, but you know, we haven't started talking about anybody for a prolonged period of time when they wreck. So we haven't had the broadcaster's curse yet.
Oh, we got the 68. We're wrecking off 3. Damn it, guyless.
What? There's still no caution.
Who is the 68? Frank Russell.
Although to be fair, I just said that we didn't talk about anybody for a prolonged amount of time, and they didn't wreck. So you know.
So the issue
broadcaster's curse.
The issue was he came off of pit road. It was him and Jason coming off pit road, and he's trying to come off, trying to upshift, going 108 miles an hour, 116, and I think he just hit the gas a little too much and spun it. Yeah. Lost control right then and there. Oh, we do get another like. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Again, sorry for the overlay and iRacing. I honestly, I think it's just iRacing causing issues, not the overlay. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. There's not much we can really do about it either way. Because I don't think it's an issue on your end that you've done anything.
I can't control it.
Yeah. There's not really much that you can do to fix it other than not run IRTVO.
A good thing I still know how to use the regular the regular buttons here, for the most part.
Absolutely.
And we are on lap 72 currently of 228. A long race to go, guys. We've been racing now for a little over 40 minutes. And we've been green for 72 laps.
Well, as it is now, it does look like we're going to have a battle for the lead as well. Dalton Tucker's looking to the inside. He's going to put it there on the inside of Thomas Lattimore. He's quarter panel. He's still there. Still there. They're going to almost touch. And Thomas Lattimore is going to try to keep the fight going on the outside. He's going to make a run back. This is looking like a heck of a battle, but I think Dalton Tucker might get him through 3 and 4.
And I do believe you're right on that. And look at that. Number 11, Ken Worley, coming in to sneak up into second place as well. Pushing 38 of Lattimore to the outside.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Oh. Aw. Alright, this is where our TVO comes in. Well,
lap down.
Yeah, I was wondering why he kept saying no, but hey, it looked good. Wrong. Still looks good,
just
though.
Like, just so you know, the 85 is not for position either.
No, he's
in the picture as well, but that's not position.
He's in 12th.
A lap down.
Yep. Not anymore, though. He got his lap back.
The 85? That is right behind these guys?
The 85?
Yeah, that's Ken Worley that just got his lap back. The 85.
That's what I said. Did I not? Oh, yeah, I said 85. No, I said 11. I said 11, not the 85.
Yeah, that's Ken Worley. The 85...
It's still a lap. He is currently...
It's 7 laps down.
Yeah. Yep, he ain't fighting for a position. This is painful. Alright, let's try to get this back running real quick. Oh, there goes my S-bar. Alright, so it is IRTVO. Legit, it's IRTVO causing the issue. Why, though? And I don't have any other overlay programs, unfortunately, folks. But next time we go back here live on the Broadcast Network, which will be 2 weeks from now on a Wednesday, as far as the ECR goes, I will be using ATVO to see if it gives me S-bar issues. Without the overlay, this sucks. I'm just saying. Lattimore, I'm showing currently 0.8 seconds behind, and then Derek Norton in third is 3.8 seconds behind. Yeah, Lattimore's 0.8 seconds behind. So, any thoughts on that, Guyless? Why IRTVO would be giving me a very bad S-bar?
I'm starting to think it might be a combination, honestly, because my S-bar just decided to take an absolute crap, and, well, I don't have anything that should be causing that at all. So, I think it might be a combination. I think it might be partially iRacing's fault and partially IRTV. iRacing is just telling you that it doesn't like IRTVO anymore, and that IRTVO can fuck it.
Well, I used it last week. For testing, no issues at all, and I tested it for 5 minutes. I mean,
yeah, it just doesn't like it anymore.
Huh. Well, it's funny because a lot of other broadcasters like MaxB TV, LSR TV, they use IRTVO unless. Oh, we got a wreck right in front of pit road. That was Lattimore. Spinning on the pit road.
Wow. That is big. I've been seeing that from a couple cars. This is as anybody who watched the broadcast this past Sunday in real life, Jeff Gordon mentioned it on multiple occasions. This is a difficult pit road to get onto, and it is showing right now as a lot of these guys are struggling. I've seen it multiple times over. So,
well, actually, it wasn't his fault. Actually, it was his fault. We're watching the replay right now, and Lattimore came down off of 3. Daniel Reese was down there on the apron already, and as you guys see here, Lattimore came down off the apron, off the racetrack onto the apron, and cut the nose off of Daniel Reese, spinning him and Daniel out in the beginning of pit road.
That should have been a caution then.
Nope, because it is off the racetrack officially.
Yeah, but per ECR rules, that was 2 cars.
But I thought we were doing
cars.
It was 2 cars, but I thought if iRacing doesn't call the caution,
and it was okay. Well, I believe that the RC has the right to throw the caution in that situation if it's 2 cars. And personally, in my mind, NASCAR would have thrown that caution because you have a car blocking pit road.
He wasn't blocking. Oh, yes, he was blocking, being spun out.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't intentionally blocking pit road, but he was because of the spin. So my personal belief, NASCAR would have thrown that caution. I think that should have been a caution. But
who is our RC?
I believe it's Lehman. However he wants his name to be.
I'm not even seeing him in here under results or anything.
Because he's doing it the same way we're doing it.
Oh, lame. Wait, he has the at spectator shit.
He does.
Let's see, check. 38.
Oh, it's too late now. It's too late now. It's been like 3 or 4 laps. You can't throw a caution now.
You could. I've seen it done.
It would be completely and totally wrong to throw a caution at this point because it is way too late. If that caution was not thrown within a lap, then it should not be thrown. That's my personal opinion on that. Is it unfair to the 71 who got his nose chopped off? Probably.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is the caution was not thrown, and because of that, they've now driven far enough that the caution should not be thrown.
And we're still green, folks. Lap 85.
86.
Now 86. Alright, let me check this real quick. I don't think anything else is
you're
running.
not behind?
I'm live. It's because I'm not looking at the leader.
I'm showing... Oh, I was to say, I'm showing Derek Norton on lap 87.
He just crossed the line at 80. Oh, because I was watching lap cars, seeing where everyone else was at.
Yeah.
No, I was trying
He's on 88 now.
I was seeing where everyone else was at. Trying to give everybody a little bit of TV time out there. Alright, let me check.
That's fair.
Let me check IRTVO again, just to see. And
Just to
there
help
goes
yourself.
the S-bar. Nope. Nope, the S-bar is now a thing.
Hey there,
And
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my world. You have all seen it. I hope you enjoy it.
you
'Cause
know,
I sure as the hell don't.
and you know, I have nothing else running in the background either besides here on Discord and OBS. So, huh.
I never do either.
I mean,
In fact,
trading paints, but trading paints shouldn't be the issue.
I have previously tried to close Discord to try to get it to work, and it still does not work.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Which, as we know, Discord takes up a lot because of what it is.
it takes up more than TeamSpeak, I can tell you that.
It does, but it's still free and it's unlimited, so it's still better than TeamSpeak.
And Kurt Quish just joined the room, so he should be joining us here in the booth here momentarily. We are on... Let me go to the lead lap, because we only have 8 people on the lead lap right now, yet again.
Got all of pit stops.
So, yeah, this is going... 7 people on the lead lap, with Brad Bohr, the number 9, being the last person on the lead lap right now.
Yep,
So-
I had to watch Ed Adams get lapped. I did see that happen, so, you know. But, as I said, expect Ed Adams to be up near the front. He is running 8th, so Ed Adams up near the front.
And he's going in the pits right now.
It's about time. I think he learned from last time.
Well, we still got 7 people watching, so that's a plus. They're sticking around watching the race, even though we're not getting an overlay.
And we're very pleased to have you guys along.
And my S-bar's taking shit again.
Yay!
And I literally opened nothing. You guys can see it here on the stream because I have it up to be able to see. It's not... It's... Yeah. My phone...
To put into a way to understand
It's a server connection.
this issue. Imagine taking a Ford Ranger rock crawling with street tires, and it is completely stock, and you're gonna go trail driving and rock crawling with it, and yeah, it's not gonna go well for you. That's the S-bar issue. That's how that feels.
It's comparable, but I think the S-bar is still more of an issue.
Really, you'd take the Ford Ranger over the S-bar.
Hey, I got through that map. As long as it took, we got through that map.
You had to get a lot of help from a Chevy.
It only took an hour and 49 minutes.
It was a crap ton of fun. I'm still disappointed mine did not save, because that would have been so fun to watch from the Chevy's perspective.
Right? No, I tried to get all you guys in at once. 6 people watching. Sweet. Appreciate you guys out there watching. Appreciate the likes, even though we're trying to keep the stream up and running. Anthony, I know you're going to go back and watch this and wondering what the hell's going on. Not us. I mean,
iRacing.
It's iRacing. Well, as I said, this is the second lobby he had to open because iRacing closed the other lobby as soon as you entered.
Huh.
Oh yeah, yeah. You weren't here for that. People.
I was not.
People. The original lobby opened up at 7 o'clock Eastern time for practice, and it came up. People joined, and then everybody got booted.
Are you sure it opened at 7 o'clock Eastern time?
Yes.
Oh wait, never mind. Never mind.
I mean,
never mind. I'm backwards on my time. No, I'm backwards on my time frame. For whatever reason, I thought I was Eastern and the league was Central, but I'm backwards because I'm Central time and the league is Eastern.
You need some coffee.
I don't need coffee because that's just going to put me to sleep.
I don't get that either. Like
I need delicious Venom energy drinks that you can get at Quick Trip or wherever they are sold. If you can find them, they are wonderful. They're the only thing that helps me not sleep. I can drink Monster and I fall asleep. I drink Red Bull and I fall asleep. I drink Rockstar and I fall asleep. The only one I do not fall asleep with is Venom. Thank you, ADHD. Oh look, a squirrel. I'm sorry, I had to add that last bit. Also, if you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Man, that's like the third one. I think I gotta cut you off. Let's just bring it that TV-14 disclaimer again.
It's not like we're gonna get demonetized.
Right.
Can't get monetized in the first place.
Not anymore. Not unless you have 1,000 subs. Another thing YouTube kind of threw at us smaller YouTubers was the fact that if you do not have 1,000 subs or 4,000 hours of view time, you cannot get monetized.
So what you're saying is I just need to put our 4 Truckers of the Apocalypse on a loop and just keep watching it. I don't even have to watch it. I'll just keep it playing while I'm not even home. We'll get you monetized in no time.
Right. So we are on lap 100. I know on the bottom it's saying 101, but IRTVO, I have it back up. It's saying 100, and
no, it is lap 101.
Yes, but IRTVO plays it a lap behind so that it actually finishes on lap 228.
Listen.
I know what I'm doing.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does, because we technically finished the race on lap 229.
No, you'll finish the race upon the completion of lap 228, because that is how racing works. You do not finish when you cross the line to start 228. You finish when you cross the line completing lap 228.
Yes. But look...
So, IRTVO makes no sense.
It does and it doesn't. Okay, so look at the stream, guys. On the bottom, you can see I have the regular racing overlay for iRacing. It says lap 103 that Derek Norton is on. We're on lap 103. He's led 54 laps. Or 55 laps, or whatever. But IRTVO is saying...
Those laps.
Yes, IRTVO is saying he's led 55 laps, and that we are now, as he crossed the line, on IRTVO lap 103, even though iRacing counts it as a 104.
iRacing is correct, IRTVO is retarded.
I don't care. I don't care at this point. I'm just having a good time. IRTVO's back up. We shouldn't have any more latency issues, I hope. If we do, I really don't know. Yep, never mind.
So what I'm gonna need you to do for the Ford commercial is you're gonna need to find this commercial that Chad was talking about the other day of the one where Chevy sued Ford over, because that would be hilarious.
Oh, which one was that?
The one where it was like the Chevy was
Sunk
trying
like a
to
rock?
back a boat into the boat dock, and then it sunk, and the guy goes, the girl goes, "Man, that went down fast." Yeah, like a rock.
I gotta find that one.
That was when Chevy decided, yeah, we're not going to be Chevy like a rock anymore. We're Chevy, an American Revolution.
Alright, so IRTVO, nope, no more. With that said, let's take a look actually at the rest of the season here for these guys in the ECR Cup Series.
So I thought you were going to say, let's take a look at the Chevy commercial. That would have been perfect. Perfect timing. Let's have the Chevy and American Revolution commercial.
No, I don't have that downloaded.
Oh, you don't have the Taz one? I thought you had the Taz one.
I have the Taz one from
That is during the American Revolution era.
the Monte Carlo.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have that one. Hold on, let's go down through this real quick. We are here tonight at Atlanta. Next week on the 6th, which is on Tuesday, we'll be at Vegas. The 14th, we'll be at Phoenix. 20th, Auto Club. And the 28th, Martinsville. So, we are swapping between Tuesdays and Wednesdays, currently. It's interesting because we are going by our league president's race schedule, and work schedule. So, while the S-bar is flipping out, I'm going to go a quick commercial break and play that commercial that you're talking about.
NASCAR Passing by Team Monte Carlo.
Come on, man, go, go, go. You're never going to get by anybody from this far behind. Let's go. The big hell on the right. Let's go, go, go. Blah, blah, blah. What'd you say? I guess my 7 NASCAR championships are clogging up my ears, huh? Now here, there's 2 ways to do this. There's my way and the wrong way.
Want to be like the Earnhardts? Drive the all-new Chevy Monte Carlo. The cars more champions depend on. Chevy, we'll be there.
And that was the classic commercial with Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr. and Taz in the Monte Carlo. Barrel rolls for days.
Absolutely. So can we go ahead and make our picks for you know what we got to do? We got to do picks, and we got to keep track of it and keep some points and see who wins. We got to do those weekly picks.
As of right now, with the way things are going, we only have 4 people.
Right. We'll start at Phoenix, obviously.
I mean, we only have 4 people on the lead lap.
Right. It would be one thing if we would have brought this up like on lap 5. I didn't think about it until now.
You know,
so
we're about halfway through.
Yeah, we can start at Phoenix.
Right.
On the plus side, I know who I'm picking for Martinsville. Do we have Martinsville? No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Martinsville, don't we?
Yes. Let me go back to that real quick. Martinsville is on March 28th.
That's a Wednesday. Oh, we're missing Fontana. Damn. I like Fontana. Oh well. I know who I'm picking for Martinsville.
Well, we get Bristol and Dega.
Oh, we get Dega?
We get here on the Broadcasting Network for Wednesday night. We get the let's see where we at. We're at Atlanta. We get Phoenix, Martinsville, Bristol, Talladega, Kansas, the All-Star Race, Michigan, Chicagoland. Oh, July 4th or 5th. Okay, so that might be changed. We get Kentucky, Pocono, Michigan again, Darlington, Vegas, and later in the year, Charlotte, Dover again, Kansas again, Texas, and Homestead. Oh, I get the 5 race of the year, yeah.
Woo. So I think even once I get the computer fixed and out here racing, if you want to pull me down when we're on grid or whatever, and I'll make my picks there, and we'll keep doing it anyway.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, well, now that we're halfway through, I honestly think I know how Justin drives, Justin Bland. He's currently in 3rd. We are getting more people back on the lead lap, barrel rolling, and, can't forget that. And I honestly think he's going to come back and win this. He's currently in 4th, not 3rd. He did qualify in 3rd, but he's currently in 4th. I think he's going to come back. I mean, Derek's had quite the run up there. He's currently in the pits, getting some tires. Wish I could see how long he's been in the pits, but he's on lap 115. We're currently getting more people back on the lead lap, including Terry Griffey in the number 6.
I think Derek's going to end up holding on to it. I really do. I think you are correct. Justin is a great driver, and he certainly has the talent to do it, as I believe Jonathan Boger and Dalton Tucker both do. But I just think Derek's been running almost a flawless race, and it's going to take him having his own personal incident for them to be able to beat him.
Well, I can tell you, he went into the pits in 1st, and he's now in 6th. Still on the lead lap, so he pitted at the pristine time.
Absolutely, and it's certainly going to work out for him, it looks like, and surely he'll retake the lead once it is time. Oh, as we have a car in the wall right in front of him. Wow. That is not what you want to see when you're just trying to cruise along and get yourself a win.
Was that Bortney?
I don't think that was Bordney that was in the wall. Bordney is currently on his outside. I'm honestly not quite sure who it is.
Okay. Well, with that, we do have a new leader of Dalton Tucker, again. And he's got a pretty good lead right now. He's got a 2-second lead against Boger, almost 3-second lead. And he's got a 10-second lead against Bland. So, these guys pretty spaced out. We are over the halfway point now. We are on lap 118 of 228. And the simple fact that we've gone green for 118 laps at Atlanta is a little nutty.
I don't know. I can attest for another league that I was a part of. I believe you were there for that race as well. I believe we went the whole race. Actually, no, we had one caution.
And Lattimore is currently in the pits. You're right, we did have one caution.
Yeah. We haven't had one here. We're talking about a different thing.
Right. No, we've been caution free. I'm very happy about this. It looks like Kurt Quist is having connection issues as well. It shows he's connected, disconnected, and connected. So I think it's the East Coast server is having issues. I know we're getting storms. I know we're getting storms coming up through this way, so that might be the cause of the issue as well. Never thought of that.
Racing fault.
Yeah, no, it's still happening. Even if they're barrel rolling, it's still happening.
Absolutely. Contracted to do this job. This job will be done, even if it's, not to the standards that I think, broadcasting would like.
Not at all. I can tell you straight up, not at all. This is kind of BS. Can't use my overlays. Can't get the commercials working right. Well, I did get the commercials working right, but can't use my overlays.
Yeah, I was going to say, the commercials have nothing to do with iRacing or anything. They should work perfectly fine.
They do. Can't use the overlay, have to use the space overlay, which is god-awful for broadcasting. I mean, unless you have shortcut keys, which I do not, because I never use it. But, I mean, we're still watching the race, and right now, Derek is making his way back up. He just passed the 09 of Mitchell Riggs to get 3rd place back, and we only have 4 cars on the lead lap right now, with Mitchell being the last one on the lead lap. Mackey is is back here in 5th, a lap down, and he's got George Munger behind him, currently in 6th. In 7th place, we've got Jim Westerfield. In 8th place, we've got Brad Bohr. In 9th place, we've got Douglas Hess. And rounding out the top 10, still a lap down, is Ed Adams in the 46th NOS.
And if you'd like to fixate the camera onto one Mitchell Riggs, we'll have everybody sit down and we can tell them a story. And that story is about Mitch Riggs. And the little bit that maybe people, there's some background that, you know, I might be able to insight on a few drivers here and there. Mitch is one of them. Mitch I have known for quite a few years, and me and Justin Bland. We both had raced with Mitch previously on PlayStation 3, back on the old NASCAR games, on Gran Turismo and whatnot. We played some Grand Theft Auto. Mitch formerly was, and I mean this in no offense, but was a little immature. He was a lot younger as well. And he's matured well. He's turned into a great racer. I'm very proud to see what he has accomplished. He's won races in many different leagues before, in many different cars. And I think he's proving himself here, once again, that he can do the job well. And I certainly look forward to seeing what he's able to accomplish, because he's a rookie here in ECR. So just a little bit of background for those who may not know about Mitchell Riggs.
Very good. No, I didn't know that either, actually. I know he is a rookie this year, which is great to see. I mean, and he's definitely making a name for himself, quite honestly. Sitting up here in 4th, being up here with the faster guys in the league. I mean, granted, all these guys are pretty fast. You know, they all run well together. As you can see, we've gone 127 laps green, so that's an accomplishment in itself. And Justin and Derek Norton are now 0.6 of a second away from each other.
Oh no, Norton's passed Justin. It just happened.
I know.
Yes.
I'm live right now.
I watched it happen. I promise you it happened. Derek Norton is into 2nd. Justin Bland is 3rd.
Huh. You're right. Yep. Okay. Nope. You're good. It's yep. I got no words for that. And with that said, he actually dropped his gap between him and Dalton Tucker by a second. That last lap.
Yeah, if Mitch or Justin are gonna have a chance at this, they gotta pit, and they gotta pit soon.
Well, what's funny is Dalton is running into lap traffic, so that's slowing him down a little bit, and it's definitely closing that gap between him and Derek. Which, you know, I think Dalton knows that. Dalton's a very headstrong racer and knows his wits about the game, and, you know, definitely sees that coming. He's also on all tires, which does not help this at all. And there's Derek, still another second off.
Yep. And that's something Justin knows as well, and that's I would assume Justin would know at this point. He has just been passed by a car that was on pit road already. It's time to bring it down. But, you know, sometimes you don't. Drivers like Mitch. Mitch never really got that when we were running back on the other side, mainly because he was usually one of the first guys in. So to see him being one of the last guys in is certainly a change of pace. Certainly not bad. There's nothing bad about wanting to be one of the last couple cars in, but certainly it makes a difference on how you run and your tire wear, and making sure that you keep a hold of the tires. And obviously, the further you go, the slower you are. So
right. And I do believe I just saw the number 10 of Hess. No, that was not Hess. Somebody lost it coming out of 2.
Well, I heard Anthony come over the radio.
Anthony, where is he?
He's got a crinkled up nose. He's still running it, but that nose is a little crinkle.
I can see that. Let's go right to his front end. Yeah, the that Bud Light Platinum Chevy there, you can see it's crinkled up quite a bit.
This Douglas Hess brings the Dex Imaging Toyota Camry to pit road. For those of you that follow the K&N series, NASCAR K&N series in real life, you'll recognize that as Harrison Burton's paint scheme.
With the signature ARCA logo on the windshield as well.
Was it the ARCA series? I don't remember what series it is.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's ARCA. That's what it says on the windshield. I'm just going with it.
Reports of one spinning somewhere.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know where. I see smoke.
Looks like it was not enough to be a caution, and we stay green.
Wow, we got Derek Norton moving right up now. He's now 2 seconds behind Dalton Tucker. Derek Norton, a complete rookie this year to the league. Not a rookie to iRacing by any means, but a rookie to the league.
Oh, no. And that's the thing with a lot of these guys. Mitch, I believe, is he's fairly new to iRacing. I'd still call him probably a rookie. I think it's his first year. I'd call that rookie status. And Dalton Tucker has just hit pit road. I just saw Dalton Tucker hit pit road. He is on pit road. Derek Norton is your leader once again. Justin Bland takes over second as he has decided to stay out, and caution is out. And you know who this benefits?
Dalton Tucker.
Well, I was to say Dalton Tucker, Justin Bland, and Mitchell Riggs.
Bland is bumped up a little bit.
I'm not seeing any damage.
Maybe because he was flipping.
Oh, okay. He was doing some barrel rolls.
Any chance to see who that was on?
Not a clue. All I know is, oh, you know what? It might have been on Mitch. Quite honestly, he's all of a sudden 22nd. Although I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know.
Going back through the replay.
I am some damage to the 68. Derek Norton's going to hit pit road, as is Justin Bland.
Yeah, it's a good quiz y'all got covered.
Absolutely, bud.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right.
Hey, Kurt. We turn you on up here.
Scotty?
Pretty good, other than latency issues.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, Kurt.
We're going to have quite a few wave around cars on this. Even if Dalton Tucker stays out, there are a handful of cars in front of him. And in fact, he did stay out, but there are still 4 cars in front of him that will all be getting waved by. It does look like it was the 61. I'm getting reports that it was the 61 that was caused by caution.
61. Who is the 61? Cody Vaughn. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What happened? Anthony was on his inside. Anthony passed him. Come out corner number 2. Taking that midline in corner 3. Still watching him. Still going back. We're on lap 133 watching him. Yeah, he hit the wall. He got loose coming into 3. Hit the wall. Came back out on track. Brought out the caution. So, interesting here, as we have a lot of people getting their lap back. It looks like all the way down to 23 will get a wave around, I hope. From 11th to 23 is what it's looking like.
I believe so. In fact, Dalton Tucker was actually a lap down.
Interesting.
Yep, he is currently listed as the first car getting his lap back. That is actually on the lead lap, or will be getting his lap back to be on the lead lap.
I gotta say, I'm seeing Rob Burns, the one that is a lap down currently, as the first one that has a lap down.
And there they go. There go all the way by. So that is a lot of cars.
Wow. This is something that you do not see very often.
Well,
Except for
maybe
in real
with this wave round coming up and me joining late and coming up, we got less than 100 to go here. Maybe we can do a little quick race recap before we go green again.
There's not much to recap here, but sure enough, Bruce Ackerman took over the lead to start the race. Led for probably, I'd say, about 10, 15 laps, at which point I believe it was Dalton Tucker took over the lead. And from there, he continued to lead for another 10 or 15 laps. Derek Norton would then take over the lead and hold on to the lead until this caution, albeit for a couple times during pit stops where a few drivers would take over as they decided to play the strategy and stay out really late. In fact, a couple of them stayed out, I think, almost 60 laps once. So it has been a race of strategy. It has been a race of being clean. This is our first caution, and we're about to get ready to go back green.
Just a little side information on our leader that has led the most laps here tonight, Derek Norton. He has been on iRacing for almost 2 years, and he currently is a Class A and has a 3,400 I rating. So he's one of our top tier guys here in the league that runs with us.
I would be concerned about the move he just made on that restart. He came up a little bit through the short shoot straight, and I don't know if they're going to call that for switching lanes.
As long as he didn't come up a full lane, I think he's good.
Well, I don't think he came up a full lane, but I have seen them give it for that before. Especially here.
Well, I mean, it all depends on how RC feels about it. And if RC caught it. I mean, we can, let me go back and watch that restart.
I'll tell you right now, the guy on the move, the number 21 of Jonathan Boger, he's going to dive it to the inside line, and he's going to get side by side with Derek Norton. Given Derek Norton his first challenge of the race, Derek Norton actually has to defend position, but he's going to do so. That high line on fresh tires is just too much.
Honestly, I would not call an EOL on that for our Derek Norton, simply because he still stayed technically hit the bottom lane. I mean, because with this, the outside lane is the outside lane by the law.
Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead as Boger looks low coming off at 2. 47 is going to hold his momentum on the high side, but 21's got the preferred lane heading into 3 and 4.
Well, I don't know if it's the preferred lane at this point in the race. As mentioned, with the fresher tires, it's actually the high line seems to be the quicker way around. Justin Bland is moving into the picture. Thomas Lattimore is there as well. Mitchell Riggs, the top 5, you could throw a blanket over them as we're crossing 144, looking at 145 as we're headed to the finish at 228.
It's been a great race, though, quite honestly. These guys went 130 laps green at kind of a really tight track, and definitely proved that this fixed set works in these conditions.
I do have to give a lot of credit, though, to Derek, as he is, you know, he drove his way up in like the first 20 laps to take the lead after starting from 14. So that's a pretty good job. And we just lost Matthew George. Down goes another one. So I don't know if you've been experiencing these issues, Kurt, but it seems like iRacing's been having some issues tonight.
What type of issues y'all been having tonight?
Apparently, Anthony had to set up a second room. This is the second room. As iRacing shut down the first one. And Scotty has been experiencing S-bar issues, which he has never experienced in his life. And I've been experiencing them when I'm set to settings that I'd never experienced them with. So it's kind of been a crapshoot tonight. And we do want to apologize to the fans for that. Obviously, this is not the quality broadcasting that you know broadcasting for. This is one of the best broadcasting networks, if you ask me. I'm just a guest here. I don't actually work here. So this is unbiased. I mean, maybe biased a little. I mean, Scotty, we're friends, but still, you know, kind of like I was biased in favor of that Chevy last night.
Yep.
To be fair.
No.
It was the best truck.
Hey, I don't claim to be the best. I really don't. I just have a good time, you know, especially when I get you guys in the booth with me, play off each other, you know, have a good time watching these guys race these cars as best as they can, you know, put on a good show for the audience. And honestly, it's not even us putting on the show. It's these guys out here. I mean, 130 laps green. You don't... Oh, cautions breed caution.
And you know what they say. You just said it. Cautions breed cautions. It looks like it's going to be between the 72 and the 46, and that's disheartening for me. Ed had been running so well, doing what he needed to do, and wait, never mind. I just saw Ed. Ed's car looks fine.
So
looking
does
like it might
Jason.
be the 92.
92. That makes more sense. You said 72.
I did say 72 because I heard him come over the radio.
Oh, he's probably telling Ed slow down.
No, he said sorry, Ed.
Oh, he might have chucked up with him a little bit. All right, so we're watching. That's Bruce Ackerman in that. Ooh, that very nice Red Bull car. Well, not very nice looking now, but we're gonna check to see what happened. It looked like 27 started to get loose, so he tried to slow up, started to get loose. As you can see, there's no give and take here. It did not help that the 27 did smack into him as well, but that also couldn't be helped. Nowhere to go. And that's going to put Bruce Ackerman in a pickle with quite a lot of damage. Wow. What happened to my sound?
Not a clue.
There it goes. I tell ya, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, that's
We're
just
going
another
to,
result of what these guys are
Jason.
looking for tonight, right?
Do what?
That wreck is just the result of what these guys are looking for tonight, which is grip. The lack of it.
Absolutely. Actually, they've actually not had a bad night with it. Really, they've all been kind of handling it pretty well.
So, with that said, we have a new leader right now of Ed Adams.
I don't think so.
Boger pitted, Norton pitted, Bland pitting, Lattimore, Ray, Explorer, Tucker, and O'Connor all pitted. Worley pitted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with
The wave around?
I think Ed was a lap down, and he's the lead wave around car.
Oh, well, it shows him, Josh Mayu, and Rob Burns all on the lead lap currently, and George Munger is the first one on the lead lap.
But at 1 minute and 5 seconds, that's usually how you can tell that it's a wave around.
See, this is where IRTV
needs to work. But they're not going to take the wave around.
Strategy?
They're going to come down and pit.
Interesting. I don't get that at all, quite honestly. But to each their own. They will still get the wave around, though. Ed will, it looks like, nope, Ed's not going to be on the lead lap anymore. There goes Caudle. Ed's dropping back positions quite a bit. So, Caudle, the 07 is going to be your first car on the lap down with Jim Westerfield, Jordan Mackey, Douglas Hess, Anthony Thitchner, Ed Adams, George Munger, Terry Griffey, Chuck Harrell, and Bruce Ackerman following suit.
I'm just going to say this once. Wrong. It's too early to call that. You got to wait till they come around this time.
This is where I need IRTVO working. Because if I'd had IRTVO working, we wouldn't be having these who's on a lap down issue right now. Because
so, the cars that will be getting their lap back are Jimmy Cooper, Joey Stacks, Daniel Reese, David Bordney, Scott Hunsinger, Chuck Harrell, Bruce Ack, and that's it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's everybody in front of the 21 here is getting the wave. The 21s are leading.
Yeah, that's exactly who I just announced off. They were all in front of him.
Right, what I was saying is all these guys were a lap down. At least one lap down.
But you were saying them in the wrong order because Mayu, Ed Adams, Rob Burns, George Munger, Gordon Mackey, Douglas Hess in that order. That's how they are one lap down right now.
10-4. Okay. Well, yep, I'm gonna go with it. I appreciate it.
Because and the only reason it was like that was because when you were calling it out, they were in the middle of the pit stops and everything.
Gotcha.
And that screwed with it. Because Ed was in his pit box while you were calling it out, and Ed was one of the first cars, and so he came out as one of the first cars, which put him as one of the first cars to lap down.
All right.
That's what I was getting at.
So,
but either way, the pace car is going to turn left, as it just did, and the green flag is going to fly. Once again, we're back under green. Jonathan Boger leads him back.
So this is something that I've never noticed before, that when it is one lapped green on a spectator setting, it shows that the white flag and the green flag are right beside each other.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's either new or iRacing just giving the big FU.
You want to know what's funny? I didn't have that.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I think it just doesn't like you.
Not a clue. As you
Is
can
it
see,
still up for you?
Nope, it's gone now.
No, it's gone. It was up for quite a ways. My green flag was gone like immediately. I was like, all right, it's green and gone.
Huh. Well, these guys are pretty much all single file, as you see, going back through this field. Trying to give everybody a little bit of TV time back here. Ed Adams trying to make his way under the O2.
In that very beautiful NOS Energy Toyota.
Oh, he made sure to point it out to me, too, when I first came in. He's like, check out this NOS mobile with the 42. It's bright yellow.
46.
Yep, that's what I meant.
46.
It began with a 4. That's all I remember.
He was supposed to get Superflow as his sponsor this year, but that didn't happen.
No. A little bit of a battle back here right now.
Not that he couldn't have gotten Superflow, he just chose not to. It would have been epic, though. The 46 Superflow car. Would have been great. Would have been great. I digress.
Gotta say, Kurt, we're not trying to keep you quiet if you wanna speak up about anything.
I was actually just thinking that the 21, he got a heck of a restart, but the 65 of Justin Bland has really been keeping a pace with them, and actually has been reeling him in the past handful of laps. He's hooking the white line really good on the center, both corners, and I think if this thing goes green, even though he's getting looked under here by the 47, he's got to change the plans.
I was gonna say that 47's been on fire all night, and
Absolutely.
we were talking about Justin Bland earlier. At least I was saying that he has a pretty high chance of winning this race here tonight.
I still think my pick for the remainder of this race is one Derek Norton in that number 47 Home Depot Chevrolet.
Speaking of Justin Bland, he got a little bit loose right there, and he's going to lose some more track position as he gets passed by Tucker.
He loses track position to Dalton Tucker and Thomas Latimer.
Lattimore, yeah, trying to make out some of these new paint schemes here for the 2018 season.
And they are pretty nice. I mean, some of these guys kept their paints, but most of these guys changed them up, and they look beautiful.
Well, I know Justin is a revamp on last year's paint scheme of his AV Designs Chevrolet. That is the vehicle that he was driving when he won the championship at Homestead one season ago, and he has revamped it. And it's looking pretty good. It looks like it's got some camo down the side. I certainly enjoy it. So, like you said, there's definitely some new cars around. Hopefully, we'll be seeing the KY Jelly Toyota Camry next time out in Phoenix. Hopefully, Chuck can get that on track for myself, and it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it.
Meanwhile, we've got a battle for the lead brewing as Jonathan Boger is trying to fend off Derek Norton. Derek Norton, he is pushing strong, like y'all have been saying. Looks like he's been strong all night.
He has been. He absolutely has been. He's been one of the best cars out here, and he's looking to the inside once again. He's going to get to the quarter panel, maybe, but he's not going to be able to really do much. I think that outside line is just too good early on when you're on fresh tires. It's continuing to look that way, but he's going to look to the inside. He's going to try to make this work as best as he can. He is down to the inside. He's halfway there. He's almost got the job done, but he is not going to get the job done. Jonathan Boger is going to retake the lead as he holds on the outside, but that's not going to stop Derek Norton as he's going to look to the inside once again. He's going to keep coming, and all this is doing, if you look behind him, that 38 Ford is getting bigger, bigger, and bigger.
Oh yeah, I know Lattimore. I raced with him on the same team for a season. He's the type of guy, he's just trying to stay up front. He's stalking these guys right now. He's trying to play them out, see what they got, and see what he needs to put out there to get a win. And Norton, I think he's got the speed. I think he's the fastest car, but it's just so hard to pass here, especially on the bottom. Even though it is the faster lane, you can't maintain that momentum when you got that guy on your outside coming on exit.
And I think it's really, as you can see, Derek's moving up to the high line now as he's trying to gain momentum to try to make a run down the backstretch, it looks like to me. But it's getting to that point where maybe the high line isn't going to be quite as effective, and he will be able to dive it down to the inside and possibly make that move if he's conserved his tires. Now, he's been running it hard, and there's a good chance that those tires are falling off just as much, and that outside line is still going to work quite as well. But somebody might come along, like, say, Thomas Lattimore, and he'll be able to put that thing on the bottom line and get it to work. But nonetheless, Derek Norton's going to try it once again. He's going to get halfway there. He's going to get completely side by side, and I think he's going to stay with him. He is. They're going to stay side by side as they dive into 3 and 4. And could Derek Norton get the job done this time by? I don't think he will, but he's going to certainly have a great chance at it through 1 and 2.
And they just passed a hell of a wreck in corner number 3. Guy spun out by himself.
But he still is just getting that run on the exit. And what I worry about here with Norton is he eating those tires up by running the bottom like he is? And is Boger just kind of playing with him here, being able to run on the top, kind of dictate the pace of this race, not run the bottom, save some tire?
It is one heck of a battle, though, certainly, and it's fun to watch. It really is. I'm enjoying watching this as these two are going at it. And I think the only way that Norton's going to get this job done, he's going to have to Kyle Larson this. He's going to have to slide job. Oh, okay, then that was okay. I got really excited for nothing.
Yellow flag is out.
And there goes another caution. I wonder who that was on.
I believe that's going to be on Brad Bohr.
Brad Bohr. Where is Brad Bohr? Number 9. Oh, yes. Let's,
Certainly a scary moment for Ed Adams in that number 46 and Jason O'Connor in the number 72.
yeah, corner number 2 bit, and it stayed bit and pushed him directly into the wall, spinning out. Jason O'Connor goes by, Ed Adams goes by, 62 Jordan Mackey goes by, and as Brad Bohr continues to spin, that does bring out the caution.
So, I don't think it needs to be said, but everybody's going to pit here.
I would hope.
No doubt.
Just the nature of this track.
Fresh tires, not everybody's pitting.
Well,
You gotta see like 2 laps in a lot of them.
I was just saying that the people that are a lap down might not be coming to pit road, but if you're on the lead lap, you're coming for some fresh rubber.
Looks like Josh Mayhew will be getting a lucky dog here, if I'm not mistaken. Mackey got it.
Do you guys want to bring down the person who has led most of this race here tonight?
You be talking about Derek Norton? 'Cause,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can find him. Derek Norton, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a cup?
Yes, sir.
What a run you've been putting out there tonight, there in that vehicle of yours. I'm actually pretty happy to see someone else leading this race for a change, as far as leading the most laps here, and being a rookie for ECR.
Yeah, I mean, the cautions haven't quite fallen our way the way I wanted it to go green all the way, but didn't work that way, and 21 car is fast. I will say that, and I'm sort of worried now, but got a long green run. I feel like I got him on the long runs. We'll see how this one goes.
Guys, you got anything for him?
Yeah, just wondering how it feels looking at his back bumper and realizing that, you're no longer the top dog tonight, as you've kind of driven up there from 14th to get to the lead, and then just kind of taken away from you with a caution.
Yeah. Thank you for rubbing it in there, bud. I really appreciate that. Kidding. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this race goes. Still a lot of laps to go. Car comes in probably about maybe 10 laps into the run. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get ourselves a W in season.
Right. Kurt, you got anything for him?
I was going to ask him, it seems like you definitely have, if not the fastest car, one of the fastest cars, and probably the fastest standalone speed, but it's so tough to pass on the bottom here. Are you going to be thinking about making a move up top here?
Yeah, I was working up top to start the race, but sort of found some speed on the bottom, especially in 3 and 4. We'll see. I mean, the bottom's going to be the only way I can get by him. We'll see how it works.
All right, bud. Good luck.
All right, where were you, Derek?
What do you mean?
In what room?
In what room?
Yeah, JBR?
Yes.
And that was the number 47, Derek Norton, man who's led most laps here tonight at Atlanta. We are on lap 172. We're going to go back to green on lap 173. So we are almost at 50 laps to go.
I still think he's going to get the job done there.
Question mark, question mark?
This restart's going to be very
Nah,
key here. If he can keep a fender on the right quarter panel of Boger, he's going to have a good chance of clearing him coming out of 3 and 4.
What? Agreed. What he needs to do here is he needs to get the good start, and that's going to be very difficult because of the outside line. And he did not get the start that he needed. Boger is going to get a heck of a jump, although he is going to retain second, so that certainly helps him. The last couple times, the car on the outside did lose second place.
And yeah, Boger hits the wall.
Oh, that's going to help. There you go.
I think the 21, I expect him to get a nice jump here and be able to pull him by a couple car lengths, and they're going to have to track him down.
So you guys, I don't know how well you guys can see this at home, but here on my screen, you can see how black the corners have gotten because of the amount of rubber that has been laid on this track these last 174 laps.
Looks like you can see it fairly well on the broadcast, and what I like is it looks like it's encompassing about 2 or 3 lengths. So that's pretty cool, as they are really, really close. Dalton Tucker is back up here, and Dalton Tucker gave Derek a run for his money earlier in the race. So certainly we have some very fast race cars up here, and this is about to get interesting. So we're now, what, 50 laps to go? Closing in on 50 laps?
It'll be 50 laps and 3 laps.
Gets to the inside. He's going to get a nice run. I think he actually got a chance to clear him here. See if Boger's able to get the throttle down off the exit. He does, and he's bringing Tucker with him. Tucker's going to get to the outside of the 47 as well. It's a 3-horse battle.
Tucker giving him a little bit of a push.
This is an epic event, absolutely reminiscent of the days of old when Bobby Lavani beat Dale Sr. beat. I don't remember who beat who. I just remember people beat people to the line. It was barely by inches, and it was fantastic racing. And I know Harvick beat Jeff. I remember that one. The other one was Bobby and Senior.
Don't forget about Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards, I believe in 06.
Yes, you are correct. He also had an amazing finish. So absolutely a great history of amazing finishes here, as Derek Norton has gotten around Jonathan Boger, as now does Dalton Tucker. So new 1, new 2, and it's going to get even more interesting as this race goes along. Derek Norton's going to go to the absolute outside line. He's taking the Kyle Larson line. Dalton Tucker's going to look to the inside. They look like they almost touch.
They might have made a slightest amount of contact here. Nothing to affect either of the race cars, and that's actually going to benefit Derek Norton here. He's going to get a nice little gap, some breathing room.
Absolutely, and Thomas Lattimore takes over the 3rd position, but Jonathan Boger is going to fight back. He's certainly not going to take this line down, as he wants to stay up near the front in hopes for a late caution and another chance of getting the lead back.
And I want to thank you guys for that little bit of history on NASCAR, because those were the years that I did not watch NASCAR. Back when it became the Sprint Series.
The 2001 Atlanta race was one worth watching. You can find it on YouTube. It looks a lot like what we were seeing, especially on that restart of the guys just 3-4 wide, jockeying for position. Great race, one of the best races in NASCAR history, in my opinion.
And it just so happens to also be Kevin Harvick's first ever win. For those who don't know. That might be a spoiler. If you don't know that, and you call yourself a NASCAR fan, then
I'm a Jeff Gordon fan, but I still think so.
I've been trying to keep up with this year's season, quite honestly, for the Cup Series, just because I've been on iRacing myself for 3 years now, and racing with leagues, and want to make sure that I have a little bit of knowledge, more knowledge than what I have already of NASCAR.
There's no better way to learn than by watching. And these guys also put on a great show. They definitely give you an idea of what it takes. They show you what good racecraft is all about. And right now, Dalton Tucker, he is stalking Derek Norton pretty hard.
Absolutely. I wonder if he's got the 14 on the car. I wonder if he's singing "Cute Kitty Kitty Kitty" in the car.
Something I learned on Sunday is Dalton Tucker hates second place finishes.
Yes.
Who doesn't? Second place is you're the first loser.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Loser. If you're not first, you're last. Absolutely. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Oh man, that's number
Remember,
4.
folks. Viewer discretion is advised when watching any broadcast of the Broadcasting Network, as nobody has filters here.
I have a filter and I use it very well. It's as soon as I hit the stop streaming, nope, gone.
Okay, nobody that joins Scotty has a filter, and he certainly doesn't have a filter when he's not on iRacing.
No, not at all. So I'm looking at the disconnected list right now. We got Matthew George, Cody Vaughn, Bruce Ackerman, Brad Bohr, let's see, Rob Haynes. Yeah, so they've all disconnected. Frank Russell, Jimmy Cooper, they came back, but I don't think they're doing very well. Let me look.
Well, no matter what, if they don't come back, you know it's a DNF, so there's that.
Where is Jimmy Cooper? 17. No, they're still on track, but, you know, so unfortunately the East Coast is having connection issues. As I said, it's going to be because of storms that are coming, because we're supposed to get rain for the next 2 days up here in Maine.
Well, I'm currently having S-bar issues once again, and I live in Oklahoma.
Well, that's I don't know. I don't have an explanation. Yeah, I don't have an explanation for that.
I do. It's called iRacing.
Tonight, yes, because I can't run IRTVO. It bugs me.
Yes, I don't know what this up with this. And you know what's sad? I can fix my issue, my S-bar issue, if I turn the sound off.
What?
Yeah.
Why? No? Why would that even affect the S-bar? S is not for sound.
No. I do not know. But the second I turn the sound on, S-bar goes red. I turn sound off, S-bar is fine.
Huh. All right.
Obviously, I cannot race like that. So that is not a solution to race.
Let's do a second crank it up here tonight. Lap 188 with Derek Norton. We are back. That was a lap around with your current leader, who's led the most, Derek Norton. Rookie here in our league and ECR. Not a rookie to iRacing whatsoever. Definitely putting on a good show for you guys out there. Hope you guys are all enjoy. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Gonna be back here in a couple weeks.
At Phoenix. Oddly enough, though, that was the second time he has been the host of our Crank It Up.
Has it?
Yep. When you did it the first time, he was the leader as well.
Well, that was almost 2 hours ago, so I apologize.
Also, may I make a slight suggestion? Maybe go with the gyro cam or roll bar cam. Give it a little bit more realistic. Although, I think the cockpit would work if it was VR. So that it kind of gives that, feel of the helmet dash cam or whatever. But because it's stationary, it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, okay. Imagine, okay, alright, so you speak of VR. Imagine if
Imagine broadcasting it.
yes, with the overlays,
It would be epic.
but then I wouldn't be able to see like my OBS or anything or control it. I don't think.
Well, there's ways to do it, but I think ultimately you're better off not doing it.
Well, I don't own a VR
absolutely.
headset anyways, but you know, the option is there in today's society of electronics.
It's possible, yes. I just think that it would be more complicated because I've definitely thought about it, but it's just kind of easier to have multiple monitors and go from there.
I'd be setting hotkeys for days. Because I can set hotkeys in OBS to switch scenes. You know, that's not a thing. I mean, that's not an issue. But I think it's the sources that I would have issues with, like with my commercials. And Guileless is gone.
Right.
Did your S-bar hit max?
I think Brian has been getting really loose off the corner, has handful of laps.
Okay.
The S bar hit max, the latency bar went crazy, and the quality bar decided to take an absolute rat's ass shit.
So, I've been watching Douglas Hesley's last couple of laps, who has a double asterisk beside his name, which means that he is an admin. He's been racing a little rough between him, Lattimore, and Justin Bland. He's making moves, though.
Fourth right now, and these guys are getting really loose off the corner, as I mentioned with Bland. Lattimore is doing the same.
I think it's with all that rubber buildup that they're getting that extra tight a little bit. I mean, you figure there's 195 laps of rubber on this track, which most of these guys, unless they race the 2016 series, haven't seen. Or they race NIS.
Maybe some NIS, but and what you're seeing as a result, mainly from the rubber being laid down, is the top really coming in, and these guys are starting to run the top, especially in 1 and 2. 1 and 2, you can get right up against the wall. 3 and 4, you still kind of want to stay to the bottom more, unless you're trying to make a pass. But Lattimore has proven that that top side is working.
Or if your name is Kyle Larson.
/ Thomas Lattimore.
/ Thomas Lattimore.
Well, Justin Bland looks like he's going to try to go for it right now.
These guys have been crossing each other over for, I mean, this has been going on for the past 10 or so laps. They're putting on a great battle. Two well-respected racers in the ECR going at it.
And that's why Lattimore is Leadfoot Motorsports.
And they also have a bit of a history.
Please go on to proceed with this history.
Now
learning with Nick Guileless.
They battled it out this past season for the championship, and let's put it this way: there was a call that was made during the race. One driver felt that it was an unfair call, and that the other driver was not the legitimate champion. But things happen. I believe Thomas has. Well, obviously, I think once I said champion, but yeah, everything has been kind of worked out. They've made their peace, and they had some history last season. I don't think anything's going to carry over to this season, but nonetheless, it is still kind of interesting to see where all of these guys are going to go with this.
And with
that,
that,
the rivalry can re-spark up at any moment. But one thing to keep in mind is what happens on the racetrack. It can't really let it get personal. You got two guys that they're gonna both be up front for 30+ weeks of a season, and stuff's gonna happen, like you said. When you're racing that much, the way that they were racing right there, one of them could have gotten loose and taken the other one out. That's bound to happen at some point in this year, and it's a matter of how are they gonna go forward from it.
Can I point out that we currently have 3 drivers tied for the Hard Charger Award?
And that is currently Mackey and
Worley and Ed Adams.
Yep.
They all three qualified. They are all three exactly the same amount of positions up from where they qualified, and it's pretty unique. But hey, what did I say about Ed? End of the race, he'll be there.
He'll be there.
Guess who's
Yellow flag is out.
and yellow with 27 to go. Wow.
There you go. So
I'll tell you who
now,
didn't want to see that caution right there was Justin Bland. He was making a way up there on the top, and he was actually a tenth and a half faster than Derek Norton on that past lap.
absolutely, I don't think Justin wanted to see that. I believe Justin has a better car when it comes to the long run. Derek, just kind of all around good. Dalton Tucker, short run speed. Lattimore looks like long run speed. Mitch, not really sure what he's got. He's got a quick enough car to be up there, certainly. And Ed Adams, who's been, kind of mired about 10th or so on back, is now up here in the top 6 and possibly has a chance to get a top 5. I'd say he's probably pretty excited about this. I know that he finished top 5 last week. Him and Joey finished 4th and 5th for Pit Stop Racing. So we'll see if he can get another top 5 finish for the lone Toyotas. Actually, they're not the lone Toyotas. I think there is a second Toyota team.
Assuming we don't have another yellow here, this is the money stop. iRacing, obviously, new pit crews. It's a little bit different getting your box. It's going to be key to get a good stop for these guys up front. And then Derek Norton, speaking of which, he misses his stop. He has to get readjusted. I think he's going to lose the lead here. He's still trying to get readjusted.
Oh, he is absolutely going to lose that lead.
Massive time being lost here for Derek Norton. He's not even going to change tires. He pulls out.
That is, well, he's going to maintain the lead, but
he's going to have to come back down. That is a heartbreaker for Derek Norton.
Too far left.
And especially with him spinning the tires in his stall like he did, he's absolutely going to have to come back down. Those things are going to be shot. Everybody is going to be way faster than he is. I believe they had, 20 laps on their tires at that point?
Yeah, the way that Atlanta is, your tires are shot compared to the competition. If they've got fresh ones after 5 laps, there's just no way around it. And the reason I mentioned that was from experience. It's a really slippery slope here once you get your once you don't hit your stop right to get back centered perfectly. You'll be too far to the left, too far to the right, bad angle. It's a real mess here with the new pit crew and trying to get used to it for these guys.
Yeah, you have to be super precise with them. I was running that earlier at Vegas in the C Truck Series fixed, and I came in on one. It was like 10 to go, and I came in to change my tires because it was a caution, and I pulled in too far to the left, even though it didn't look like I was too far to the left. But it's with the animated pit crew, they've made it so that you have to hit your pits precisely, or else you're done.
Which I don't think is 100% accurate, but that's fine, because in real life they obviously move and adjust to how you get into your stall as long as you're in your stall.
And don't run them over, of course.
Right, as long as nobody does. The big beneficiary on this that go around of pit stops because of that, obviously Dalton Tucker with taking over the lead, but also Ed Adams jumped 2 spots from 6th to 4th. He'll restart second on the outside lane.
You said it yourself earlier.
Yay. Ed's a good driver. He's a calm driver. He takes care of his stuff, and I definitely think he's got a chance at this. He's certainly going to be working that direct drive wheel that he's got. He's going to be tired after this one. I know that.
He was tired last week. The Daytona.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was tired last week, let's be honest.
When we were at K&N with the at Rockingham, I watched his stream there and just throwing them all over the place.
Oh yeah, that direct drive wheel and everything that it encompasses is an amazing wheel, and certainly does everything. As Joey Stats is on the apron.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Let's look.
I'm assuming he was going to take his wave around, and just all of a sudden he's going around.
I think he spun. Yeah, he self-spun.
Tires.
Yeah, he hit the throttle and tried to save it and didn't hit anybody, but
It's a shame. I don't know what happened to him. I just at one point saw he was 5 laps down, and he's been trying to get him back, but you know, that's the nature of what happens. You go quite a bit down, and you're never really able to complete it. So.
Oh, meanwhile, the pace car is about to peel off, and we're about to go green here with less than 20 laps to go. Dalton Tucker's going to be leading them off with Justin Bland to his outside.
Mitchell Riggs in third, and Ed Adams in fourth.
Adam Moore in the top 5 here. Dalton Tucker gets a nice restart, but with Justin Bland counters with an even better one. He's actually going to get a nose on him heading into 1 and 2.
And Ken Worley didn't get going at all, so Thomas Lattimore will jump into the top 5. So our top 5 is made up of 3 Chevys, a Toyota, and a Ford.
Justin Bland got a heck of a restart there. He's going to hold that top side off 3 and 4. He's going to try to get the run on exit and try to get the lead. Parker's fighting back strong, though.
Certainly an amazing race this has been so far from all perspectives. We now have a driver who I personally have mentioned a couple times in this race, but certainly hasn't been mentioned for being up near the front too much. He's up near the front. You have Justin Bland, who Scotty said he'd probably come back and win this race. You have Mitch Riggs, rookie ECR, he's up here. Dalton Tucker, who's a proven winner in the series, and Thomas Lattimore up here as well. And this really makes for quite an exciting concoction of things to come as we closed in on, I believe, actually, we're going to be 20 to go this time by.
Yeah, I think Dalton Tucker kind of was able to take a nice deep breath there when he was able to clear Justin Bland. And Justin's kind of got to get back into his rhythm, understand that he's got a long run style, get back to running the top and see if you can't track him down with less than 10 to go.
And behind those 3, Thomas Lattimore is going to look to the inside of Ed Adams. Ed's going to go to the outside and go way up the track to try to get that run off, and that's just what he's going to do. Get a great advantage coming off, and now Mitchell Riggs is going to possibly look to the inside of Justin Bland, as Justin did not get a great exit off of 2, but that's not going to happen. So now we watch as Ed tries to close up and make it a tight race between all of these guys once again. It's just been fantastic to watch, and I hope it continues for another 20 laps.
We are 18 to go. And you know these guys, some of these guys are fatigued. They've been on the track now for 2 hours, plus the practice time. So almost 4 hours on the track.
And Adams and Thomas Lattimore go at it as Derek Norton's coming to the bottom. He says, I ain't out of it. And Adams gets turned hard in the wall. Lattimore.
Oh my God.
I think Lattimore might die.
Yeah, and I think, wow.
Let's take a look at what happened there.
Yep, going back now.
It looks like Lattimore just got into the left quarter panel of Adams there. Maybe overcompensated for Norton coming to his inside.
I think it was a bit of both. I think Ed also came down not knowing that Norton was all the way on the inside and expecting Lattimore to cut it in further, but Lattimore didn't because Norton was there.
Yeah, and that's a tough spot right there because where Adams is, the preferred way is to do what he did and cut down, and where Lattimore is, the preferred way is to kind of roll into the corner on the high side and then get a nice run on exit, and they just, like you said, met on entry, a racing deal for sure.
But he wasn't trying to cut off Derek either, so he was trying to give him room, and it just a misjudgment. I mean, it shouldn't be an EOL. It should just be a race incident. I mean,
I am curious to see who will be ultimately charged with that, Adams or Lattimore. I'm leaning Lattimore, but I'm going to try to get a closer view of it.
I'm going to ride on board with Thomas Lattimore while he's flipping. Just to see.
Do it on the roll bar, not the gyro.
Not the gyro. No, because the gyro will stay.
The gyro will go bonkers.
And it was there, Lattimore knew.
He done fucked up.
That's about as close as it gets as far as determining the fault. Like I say, it's a racing deal. It's hard to fault anybody there.
Absolutely. And who that does benefit, though, Derek Norton. Also, Justin Bland. Justin Bland beat Dalton Tucker off of pit road. Justin Bland is going to be your leader. Dalton Tucker will be second. Derek Norton will be third.
What do you think we pulled Justin Bland up to the booth?
Are you all right with it?
Yep. I gotta find him.
Probably in JBR.
Justin Bland, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a cup?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
All right, Kurt, Quist, and Nick wanted to bring you up here. Go ahead, guys.
Justin, I've been watching you for the past 20 or so laps, really ever since we had these free cautions, and I saw you making a way on the top, especially when you were battling Lattimore. Now you've got the lead. How key is it going to be to get a good restart here and be able to maintain the position, and will you still rely on the outside now that you are the leader?
Well, I think it's going to be really important. That outside definitely comes in really good in about 10, 15 laps, so I need this to pretty much go green for the rest of this race, and those last few laps, if it comes down to it, I can get to the outside, and it's really hard to make the pass on the inside. I saw a couple times there when I tried to pass cars on the inside, you can really pin them down from the top. So if you can get that outside rolling, you really can control the race here.
How has the top come in compared to where it was at the beginning of the race?
I feel like throughout the race, it's kind of gradually gotten better and better. I knew early in the race I really couldn't put the car up top. Every time I got up there, it got really tight. But throughout the race, we got a little bit more rubber up there. And every time I put the car up there, about 10 laps in, there's definitely a lot more grip. So put it up there, that last run, just trying to feel it out and notice there's a lot of grip. That's how I was able to make that pass on Thomas and all them. So I was actually gaining on the leaders there too. So hopefully this goes green the rest of the way, and I can kind of take those tips and use them here these last run.
So for me, I'm assuming it's going to feel pretty nice having somebody that I believe is your teammate behind you on this restart, maybe to help you.
Yeah, I got team cars the entire second row right now, so definitely feel really good on this restart. If we can get a good restart together and try to control these top three spots, I think we'll be in a good spot. Try to get JBR in victory lane.
Absolutely, man. Well, why don't we send him back so that they can get that all worked out and they're ready to go. Thanks for joining us up here in the booth, and good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Justin.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, now it's Justin Bland, your current leader here on lap 215. We will have 12 laps to go when these guys go back to green, and Lattimore has left the building.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised on that one. That car was toast.
Yeah, they both were. I know Ed probably automatically let go of his wheel.
Oh, I know Ed did. But that's an interesting bit of information. You know, I had assumed that Derek was Justin's teammate based on they were in the same chat, but I did not know that Mitch was on JBR. So how about that? Here we go.
Well, he's up there as well, so send on that outside.
Going green here. Bland gets another nice, good restart here. Tucker actually spins the tires a little bit. Norton's able to pull and clear for second as Bland leads him off into 1 and 2.
So there we go for that. They're going to take over. Mitchell Riggs is going to fall back, so that's not going to work out the way that they had planned on that. But certainly 1-2 now for JBR, and the third car is in 5th. So no doubt that he's certainly going to be happy with that if they can hold on to that finish. But I think he'll be pretty happy if he can get a win too.
Coming down to what is it, 12 to go, and we're gonna maybe have a team battle here, team owner versus the rookie. This could get interesting.
This team's actually made up of rookies besides himself. With Derek Norton's a rookie, Mitchell Riggs is a rookie. I'm going to assume he has a fourth driver that's probably also a rookie. based on the way that that's going, I'm just going to assume everybody involved with this team is a rookie.
They might have created a whole rookie team. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen it happen here in ECR.
Oh, absolutely not. Mitchell Riggs is going to look to the inside. He's going to try to get to 4th place back there. And Derek Norton is closing. Scotty, you said Justin was going to win. I said that I thought Derek was going to just hold on and win. And one of us is going to be right, or we're both going to be wrong.
Or we're both going to be wrong, and Kurt's going to be laughing in his chair.
Well, if you're both wrong, then I think it's going to be Justin Tucker here.
Justin Tucker, yep.
I was to say, I didn't realize that the kicker from Baltimore was racing.
Tucker, if you do watch the movie. Call him Mr. Tucker, then I can't mess it up.
But look at the 47, Derek Norton trying to get the inside of Justin Bland.
A strong battle for the lead. And this is where you're going to see the high line really pay off. It's going to be incredibly tough to pass him on the bottom, assuming he doesn't get loose or anything of that nature. I would be fighting to get to the top if I were Morton.
The amount of rubber that's up there right now, I mean, it's beneficial, to say the least. And Dalton trying to give a little bit of a nudge there to Derek on the inside.
Dalton's going to try to work both lanes. Oh, Dalton's
3 wide.
Dalton's just going to say, you know what?
3 wide battle coming up the corner. That's going to be tough. Somebody's going to have to give, and it's going to be Tucker. And I think what happened the past couple of laps was Tucker was kind of stalking these guys. He was letting his tires stay cool, and he's got the fresh tires right now, and he's charging.
And backing out of that in that situation, I think, was the right call on Tucker's part, because if they squeeze together, it's just going to wreck all 3 of them.
So, this is the first time I've realized this all night. It says student driver on the back of Tucker's Chevy, so just fair warning.
I think that's his rookie thing.
And I believe...
And I think he just kind of got jinxed by the student driver right there, so he whacks the wall a little bit. That's not going to help him.
And I believe I just heard the booth door open. Who may that be that just popped up in here?
That'd be the number 46. Climbed out of the car. It's smoking heat back here in the garage.
Welcome, Brad Keselowski.
Yeah. Whew, man, it was quite the ride.
So you had fun there, didn't you, with the watching the other guy flip?
I had to go back and look at the replay. I seen Sky Road, and whew, that was a gnarly ride.
Absolutely. It's very disappointing for me rooting you on there, and you got all the way up to the top 5, and then it just ends that way, and it's just kind of like, oh, depressing.
Not to interrupt here, with 5 to go, we've got a battle for the lead. Side by side are the teammates, the car owner and the rookie. Norton is the faster driver, but it looks like Bland has just got that preferred groove on the outside, and it's going to be a heck of a finish here. 4 to go.
Do we see finish circa 2000, 2001, and 2006? I think so. I think that's how this is going to end. I think this is going to be the closest finish in ECR history.
We've had them pretty damn close.
There's a lot of respect between these guys, a lot of room being given. Is it going to remain that way?
I think
come white flag.
I think when the car you're racing happens to pay your bills, you kind of pay a little more respect.
Right. He's going to have to try to cool down right here, get back in that optimal racing line, and run him back down. We're coming to 2 to go. It'll be the white flag next time by.
I don't know if he's going to have enough to do it. I don't think he's going to get close enough, although he's got a lap to do it. But certainly Justin has got the car now that it's on the outside line. This is his area. This is his expertise. Justin drives a lot like Kyle Larson at times, and it's certainly working out for him right now as he's looking to punch his ticket to the chase before he even gets to Martinsville.
And you know he's the king of Martinsville in this league.
4,
goes by Scrubble, and he gets a nice run here. Norton does. Coming to the white flag, entering one. He's got a nice run coming into the entry. Gets to the bottom here. Bland's going to defend the top.
I think he's going to get one more shot at this. He's going to have to try to get it into 3 and 4, but I don't know if he's going to be close enough to really do it. He's going to have to drive this thing in deep and really hope it sticks, but I just don't know if he's going to get there.
It's really hard to maintain that on exit, as you're seeing right now. Off of turn 4, it's going to be Justin Bland punching his ticket to the chase. Justin Bland wins it at Atlanta.
That was my pick.
Absolutely. Justin Bland officially punches his ticket to the chase. He is the first full-time driver to win a race this season, as the winner at Daytona was a substitute driver. So congratulations to Justin on his team's 1-2 finish, and I believe they had a third car in 4th. So no doubt, an amazing job by them, and certainly a fantastic race all around. Would have been really cool to see them go circa 1 and whatnot, but certainly an amazing finish nonetheless.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring up your third place winner, and who wants to do the interview with him?
I'll go ahead and pick him up.
Dalton Tucker. All right, I gotta find him. Dalton Tucker, congratulations on third. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Dalton Tucker, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Go ahead, Kirk.
Hey, Dalton Tucker, it's Kirk West up in the booth. We know you don't like second place finishes. You come home with a third place finish. Still not what you're looking for, but quite the run you had there. Talk about that battle for the lead those last 20 or so laps.
It was definitely tiring. I think I had something for him, but I touched the wall going into 3, and it sent me back about half a second or so, and kind of ruined my chances towards the end.
Yeah, we saw that. It was definitely unfortunate there. Had you not hit the wall there, do you think you would have had a chance to get the win?
I would have forced the three wide at some point. I was thinking about it, but I thought it was a little too early.
Yeah, we thought that was a wise move up there. Anybody you'd like to thank before we move on here?
I just appreciate you guys putting on a broadcast so I can go back and watch it after this.
Yeah, man, it's no problem. Congrats on your third place finish. We know you'll be strong all year, and good luck next time out.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, we will bring up Derek Norton. Nick, do you want to do the interview with him?
I kind of want to take my bud.
You want Bland? Okay, I can do.
Yeah, you know, there's that friendship thing there. It's just kind of.
They were both.
All right, Derek Norton, welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. Congratulations on second.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us what was going through your mind those last 10 laps or so. You were battling real hard with Justin there.
Yeah, I was trying to get by him on the inside, and that's tough to do in Atlanta when the guy has the outside that you're trying to pass.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh.
That's all.
I believe you led the most laps here tonight.
Yes, sir. I believe so. I had to double check that.
And what was your strategy coming out here tonight? Being a rookie to the league, you're definitely not a rookie to iRacing. I had mentioned your stats earlier, being at 3,400 iRating, which is quite high. It's on a high average, and you definitely showed it here tonight.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a good race today. Just see what everyone in the league's like. Feel like I learned a lot, and we'll see what we can do at Vegas.
Would you like to thank anyone here tonight?
I'd like to thank you all because I love you all.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah, I gotta give a thanks to Justin Bland for inviting me to run with you guys, and I really appreciate him offering me to do that, and Anthony for putting this whole thing together. You know, I've I used to race leagues on PlayStation, and it's not easy putting all this together for us. So I'd like to thank him for that.
All right, very well. Any thoughts on next week for Vegas?
Gonna try and give him hell.
All right, well let's hope so, and we will now bring up Justin Bland. Justin Bland, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you got a cup?
Yes, sir. I got you.
So, congratulations. You're in the chase, and you didn't have to wait till Martinsville.
This is a second year in a row. The first race I've won in the first race I've run in the Cup Series. I've locked myself into the chase. Won the 500 last year. Now Atlanta because I couldn't make last week. But man, what a race there at the end. That was a blast.
Absolutely. So, I think what the crowning moment probably was beating Dalton Tucker off of pit road. Wouldn't you say that was?
Oh yeah, that definitely is what set that race up. I saw that I had a really good pit stop. I think I had like a 12.5, and once I saw that, I felt like I got in the box good. I'm like, okay, maybe I can get him out of pit lane here, and I just got out of the box a little better than him, and was able to clear him. And yeah, once I knew I had the first there, I was able to kind of talk to my guys, and we were able to get a really good restart there at the end and get him back a little bit behind cars, and with us together, then we could kind of just race it out.
Absolutely. And you have any plans to change how you're going to race some of the races, the remaining of the season? Maybe
all changes. It's win everything now. We're going to win every one of them. Don't know if it'll happen, but got a couple of really good tracks coming up here in the future. Obviously, Martinsville here in a few weeks. So, yeah, pretty much every week I show up, I'm definitely planning on winning.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that switch over to the Camaro coming eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Hashtag soon. But
when you have to remake all of your cars.
Yeah, exactly. No, it'll definitely be cool getting the Camaro out here, but I don't know, old Chevy SS has treated me pretty well these last few years, so able to come off the championship last year directly into a win this year, so awesome to get the debut the new JB Designs Chevy SS here. The car looks sweet. It's going to be even sweeter in Victory Lane.
Victory Lane, the last 2 times it's been out on track, so no doubt. It's been a good time for you, and certainly looking forward to the rest of the season. You are my pick for Martinsville, so you better win that race.
Well, I plan on it. That's the game plan. I want to make it 5 in a row. I need to add another clock.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, and certainly congratulations once again on another win, and here's to another great season.
Yes, sir.
All right, with that said, that is going to be our race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank all you guys out there for watching. Sorry that iRacing was being butt, and that IRTVO was not working well with it when it should have been. As I said, server issues. And don't forget that next Tuesday is going to be Las Vegas, and I do believe that's going to be over on Max Speed TV. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Nick and Kurt, for joining me in the booth. You guys all have a great night.